universe with full settings configured, following yet another major cluster, you know what, from Microsoft. Their Windows updates are getting out of control. They really do bundle too much information into one update. They should do it much more incrementally. And today we're going to continue our work on grinding our Federation rank. We will also take care of a couple missions that are on the table, and we may invade known areas that the Thargoids are inhabiting. Assuming we can find them again. We were given some insightful information from Spike K, Commander Spike K, last night. We're currently at Patterson Enterprise in the Sirius star system. We'll look for a few missions here, but we basically are going to go finish off the missions that we have, and then probably take a crack at seeing what kind of ranking we'll get from Thargoid and Thargoid missions in the affected systems. Did some minor upgrades to our ship. We are now 2 pharmaceutical isolators away from maximizing our engine thrust capacity. All other areas that we have engineers for have been upgraded to maximum capacity with A-class aboard this Anaconda. So it's in probably nearing probably the peak of its configuration cycle. Commercial salvage operation, LHS 449, maybe, but it takes a bit too long to do those ones. There's Groombridge 1618. We just don't have the cargo to deliver 180 units of anything. Not here, anyway. I'm inclined to go get those missions from Federation worlds. However, we can take these ones. What do we got for inventory here? 20 limpets, eh? We accept that one? No, we're going to decline that. Haven't been to the Zahi system. I'll take that one just for that reason alone. And we have some hostage liberation missions. Haven't done any of those yet. 90 units of survival. I mean, that would be 2 runs. We're not going to do that. Okay. Moving out of the system then. So what do we got left? Survival equipment delivery to Epsilon Indy. Okay, we'll do that one first. Computer. Where are we starting today? 25. I'd hope to be 5% higher at least. Last night, but we had delivery missions, combat, and so forth that interfered. So let's see what we get. Pick up our load. Yeah, we're going to ditch one of our limpets. This is not working out well. Stand by. Come on, move! Holy crap! Thing is slow as molasses. And that should be that. Now, we have full cargo. What did we upgrade yesterday? I think we upgraded... Shields are now at maximum. Charge enhanced power distributor. I think we're at, what level are we at there? 5? I guess we're at level 5. Our FSD is at maximum. Shields. We improvise components, and then we'll be at maximum there. So we had increased our engines, and as we can see from the optimal multiplier there, we only need another 2, and we are finished with this one as well. But we don't have enough. That one's done. That one's done. As far as it can be for now, anyway. And so we have to look and see who we got in the system. There is one here. Marco Quint, power plants and distributors. The overcharged power plant. Up to level 4. And I think we're there as far as he goes. Oh, the other thing we have to do is we have to get this one, Liz Ryder, because she's going to help us with our missiles, and we are about to get missiles from Sirius Corporation, so we want to be able to upgrade them. Turns out we can, as we also found out last night. I'd previously thought that was not an option. We have to go to the Epsilon Indy system. Epsilon Eridani. And Davies Station. We'll just re-verify it. That's our target. Eridani. Yeah. Confirmed. gas giant. Interesting. I believe it's a landing bay and the cargo bay. About 3 decks down, maybe 2. Looks like 3 though. And it turns out that the cables that I just purchased for my headset to fix a cabling issue with video actually aren't going to fix it at all unless I strip the cable, rip it apart, and manually take a soldering iron or something to the leads. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, but it looks to me as if the required hardware is not as it seemed, and is merely an extension cable, which means I can actually move myself now around about an extra 20 feet in my VR area. Not that it does much good in this game because you can't walk around your ship, but were you able to, I'd be all set. Provided I could find a way to reinforce the cable leads into the goggles. Anyway, I might end up having to buy a new Oculus Rift. Luckily, it's $400 cheaper in Canada this year than it was in the year that I bought it. So there is that, at least. Although I do not like rewarding Oculus with another purchase for making such a shoddy piece of equipment to begin with. Oculus, of course, doesn't come with any kind of warranties because of, as they cite, hygiene issues, so you simply have to take things as they are. However, the $800 that I originally spent on the unit did go quite far. I guess I can't complain that much. It lasted over 3 years. Just have to treat the next Oculus I get with kid gloves, I guess. Be a lot more careful with it. If I choose to wander around, it'll be with the aid of a cat. Package on my hip to broadcast the media. Another human in the facility, or approaching the facility at the very least. Good.
Access is bi-directional. Please use the designated lanes when entering and exiting the station.
Well, someone got incinerated by the station defenses, which went active a moment ago.
We would like to extend a warm welcome to all visitors. Please ensure you complete docking procedures within the allocated time.
No data on any of these planets, so we'll have to scan them when we arrive in the system. How wonderful. Launching. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I'm moving faster.
to shoot, but unfortunately it's raining today, so I can't shoot any deer.
Well, I have aborted my glide 80 kilometers away from the settlement. Just frustrating. So I upgraded my engines.
Oh yeah?
I now stand 2 upgrades away from finishing those off. And I added a form for builds to a quickie form to add builds to our website. So if you have any useful builds, notice of them would be welcome by filling out the form, and then they will be posted. And many of the build fields are optional, so you don't have to fill them out.
For ship builds or what?
What's that?
For ship builds?
Yeah, but it's generic, so you have to pick your ship type, but after that, since different ship types have different numbers of equipment in certain sections, plus limits on what equipment you can select, I just made the form. It's using Microsoft Forms, so it's very generic. If I wanted a more sophisticated form, I could build one, but it has to be done in ASP.NET. And it may come to that, I don't know. We'll see. So are you still out in Colonia? What are you doing?
I'm debating if I'm going to fly back to the bubble or take off in some completely random direction and just see what the hell I can find.
I watched some more of Obsidian Ants videos from the Colonia sectors when he discovered them, first reported on them way back in 2016. That's when Jacques had sent his distress signal back to the bubble indicating he'd had some problems getting a station to appear across the galaxy. It's still an impressive feat. I mean, hyperspacing a fucking space station that far is no small achievement. But the station was heavily damaged in the jump and had to be fixed. So the first task was getting minerals and stuff. The star field reportedly is second to none because it's much more cluttered in that part of the galaxy than it is in the bubble. So you see more stars on your screen.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to.
Which is why you're closer to the galactic nucleus. Oh, I came up with a name for our group. I don't know what you think of this. Galintel. The Galintel Corporation.
There's going to be some kind of reasoning for that name, a meaning behind it.
Galactic intelligence. Basically, we're about collecting information. So I thought, so why not Galintel? Plus, the name hasn't been taken in either the United States or Canada as a corporation name.
Does that mean I got to change my Discord page name now?
No. We'll keep everything the same for now until we have a...
Hold on a minute, I got to see what my wife wants.
Okay.
We'd like to extend our regards to all incoming pilots. We make sure our facilities offer a wide range of services to suit all our needs.
I have an idea. Here.
The Federation welcomes all arrivals. Ensure you follow all document clearance protocols in this port and have much say.
Let's just have a look here.
Ensure you have the correct bay number before attempting to dock. Unauthorized docking may provoke a lethal response. Activity will be dealt with by terrestrial port security. Help us maintain
Okay, so
Let's see,
back to what we were talking about.
Well, I think I was going to ask you where your wife...
Where?
I think I was going to ask you where you were before. I tried chatting you earlier and you cut out.
The first two times you sent me the invites, I was actually watching a movie, or something on Netflix. I want to finish watching it. So.
Hang on, I'm just chatting with Spike here.
Kind of chatting with Spike and another friend on Discord right now. So we got a new person in my little Discord channel. Friend of mine from when I played Defiance.
What's that?
A friend of mine that from Defiance, that other game that I used to play a lot.
Yeah.
He's now I invited him to my little Discord channel.
Oh, okay.
So you notice when you look at it, you'll notice there's a new guy named Killer Crayola. He's a friend of mine.
Okay. Now is he playing Elite or no?
I doubt it. He's got a laptop. Killer is like I want to say he's like 22, 23 years old. He just got out of college,
Yeah.
and he's just starting up his career and everything. So he's kind of he's putting more attention into his career and his girlfriend than gaming right now. So he doesn't even have a rig that would play Elite Dangerous.
Oh, okay.
He's a hell of a nice guy though.
No VR, nothing like that, obviously.
No.
No.
He's a smart kid, so I mean I get along with him pretty well. He's one of the few people that I got along with really well in Defiance.
Yeah,
He started playing that. He showed up, started playing that game, and I kind of took him under my wing, half-assed in that game, and I gave him shit and tormented him more than anything, but he stuck around. So.
My ex-girlfriend would probably have demanded a VR helmet of her own if the one was still going on. Just the nature of the beast, I guess. He started a new job, and he's kind of, a lot of his time has been devoted into his job, which obviously is a good thing. Well, we like to say in Quebec, here in Canada, you work to live, you don't live to work. So there is
but there's a point in time when you gotta put forth enough of your attention into your job so that you can advance in your career.
Yeah.
You and I have been in our careers long enough that we can kind of be lazy asses now if we want to be. He's at the point where he's got to put forth the extra effort. So.
Well, I've got to pay attention to certain things, but yeah, in general, I know how the game is played, and I've played it a long time, and
yeah.
It's not as much of a challenge. Although I'm getting into new stuff, like neural network programming is very interesting to me. So there's some exciting stuff going on all the time in software development. That's what holds my interest. If I'm not interested in something, rest assured I'm not going to do very well. You need to hold my interest. If you can hold my interest, I can learn anything. There is no task, including in the areas of physics and mathematics, traditionally subjects I'm not strong in, but there is nothing I cannot achieve if I don't set my mind to it.
You just got to convince, as far as I'm concerned, it's just, you got to convince me that it's worth my time, and at this point in time, nah. I'd rather just fuck off.
He's a kid, he's 19 years old. I've been watching him from afar and been a fan of his since he was 15 years old. His name is Taylor Wilson. Remember that name. Taylor Wilson. It's not an easy name to remember. But the reason I remember his name...
Anyway, what's so special about this kid?
When he was 15, he decided he wanted to build a fusion reactor in his garage, and he did. Out of ordinary household.
So in other words, he's one of those kids that's highly intelligent.
He's a prodigy. He is
and will probably become the next Bill Gates or one of them bigwigs like that.
We're looking at Einstein level of intelligence. His IQ probably rivals that of Einstein.
Yeah, it's been kind of proven that Einstein wasn't exactly the brightest bunny in the forest.
Well, he
was just very good. He was smart, and he was smart enough to figure shit out.
His IQ was higher than well above average. What he was doing... He
had a high IQ, but there's been many people that they have tested since that have far exceeded Einstein. I'm not saying he was an idiot.
No.
The biggest thing is Einstein was smart, but he was also able to explain it to the average idiot.
That's what made him...
And he's very persuasive. That's what made Einstein the man that he was.
Yeah, that's what made him great. But
sheer intelligence does not mean nothing. It's actually quite offsetting. If you can lower yourself to the level of the average idiot and explain yourself with little words to these people, that's how you're going to win their trust and their loyalty.
There have been people with higher IQs than Einstein, but not very damn many. And Einstein was still, despite his extreme intelligence, was still able to explain it to the stupid person in terms that made sense. That being said, he had the stupid person from Einstein's perspective was some of the more intelligent physicists. You and I would not even be worthy of knowing. I don't know what that would be like. Imagine being smarter than absolutely every other human being, or 99.9% of all other human beings you encounter. Imagine how annoying that would be.
Here's the problem. If you're smarter than everybody around you and you make the decision to let everybody know that, you get a unfavorable reputation for it.
Right, but I mean, and you need people. I mean, if you're intelligent, you're going to realize that very quickly. But I'm just saying that you won't necessarily piss people off, but you yourself, regardless of what you say to other people. I mean, you're going to want to, your best friends are going to be other people that are in your league and that you can relate to. That's just a human norm, right? So you're not going to, I mean, think about it. Do you hang around people with 80 IQ or less in your own life? Probably not. I mean, we're talking about the people who make chronically unwise decisions, take forever to learn things. I mean, they can be nice people, too.
You realize I'm actually an introvert. I don't like people in general.
Neither do I. Well, I didn't, but I recognize I need them. So I make
I don't need people, though. I've got the skill set I can survive on my own.
You think you don't, and you are very, very independent, but in the end, remember, we're talking about those people that live out in the forests of Alaska, way out in the north.
And those are the people that I probably get along with the best, because I have those same skill sets.
Yeah, you probably don't have to trouble them too much, so they'll talk to you. But someone like myself, you know, I'm a software developer. I mean, they just cannot relate to my world at all, and I can't really relate to theirs beyond basic knowledge of nature. And their knowledge of nature is far beyond basic. So
that's just it.
So I mean, they're not going to want to. I mean, so it's a human norm that you want to relate to people, and if you're that intelligent, I just don't think you're going to find it that interesting to hang around people. Now, luckily, I have a very philosophical.
When it comes to intelligence, that's not what I look for in friends. I look more for common interests and how well I can get along with that person.
Well, I would say you have an interest in theology, philosophy. You have a broad range of interests, I would say. I mean, you're not really... that's because I've had to acquire them throughout my life for different reasons. You haven't really fixated on one thing. I mean, I picked a career, yes, but I could have become a lawyer. I could have become a bunch of different things. And yet, I've always had a sense of purpose. I've never been without, wondering what I was going to do with my life. Even if it didn't turn out the way I planned, at least I had one, Some people don't see value in that. I think there is value. But for no the reason, you think you're deluding yourself into thinking you have some sort of purpose in existing,
which I think is important. Yeah, my purpose at this point is to finish raising my kids, and after that I'm going to do whatever the hell I feel like doing, spur of the moment.
Hopefully you have the money to. That's my hope for you.
Well, money does not make the world revolve.
Makes it a hell of a lot easier.
It makes it easier, but it makes it more interesting to live life without it.
Maybe.
Bear in mind, I've got a good paying job, but
you don't have
still,
to,
the money is always tight.
no one says you have to spend the money. You can just have it. Put it away somewhere. Leave it to your kids if you want. I don't care. But I don't
know. I've got a friend who actually is. I mean, he's a bit of a penny pincher and everything else. I mean, he's got a whole shitload of money sitting in the bank. His house is paid for, everything else.
Yeah.
But really, he's 53 or 54 years old, and he's kind of to the point. His kids grown up, moved out, and his wife left him 15 or 10 years ago, something like that. So it's like
he's kind of lonely.
He just kind of does whatever the hell he wants when he wants.
Keep ourselves amused. I mean, some people you say you kind of feel sorry for them, but I wouldn't feel too sorry. I mean, a lot of people. I've spent most of my life away from people. I don't, like yourself, I haven't really needed people in a psychological sense. I need them in a career development sense. I need them for, you know, and if I make a few friends along the way, that's fine, but I found also a lot of my friends, they've fallen away, you know, they disappear. They're not like family. Family never disappears. My family's watched me grow up. They've watched me develop into the man I've become. And there's a lot more value for me in someone who sticks it out with me like that than someone who just goes, no, you're not that interesting anymore. I think I've learned about all I really am interested in learning about you. I'm going to move on to someone else. You know, I'm not the latest novelty anymore. It's their right, they can do that, but it isn't that valuable to me. Plus, I'm so interesting. Why would anyone get tired of me? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this thing is all buggered again. Oh yeah, that cable that I purchased, by the way, for video, doesn't have a connector to fix the video. So it's not a repair kit, it's a fucking extension cord, and it costs $53. So, I don't know, I think I'll keep it because I like the idea
it doesn't actually, the other end of it doesn't actually plug into the headset itself.
No. Well, it does, but it plugs in not at the place it's broken. So if I plug it in, so what? It's still gonna be broken. So
in other words, it sounds like where it sounds like you've got some issues inside the damn.
No, it's a connector issue. It really is. I know it is.
But is it at the point where the cord physically plugs in, or is it where the plug-in attaches to the internal electronic boards?
It's the place where it connects to the internal. Well, I'm not sure if it's electronic boards or what the hell they are, but they're. Hang on, I've got this video almost working. Give me a damn minute here. I had it working for 10 fucking seconds, and then it bailed on me again. See, I don't know. I'm gonna take this thing apart and figure out how the hell this goes together, because it's probably something really simple. You know, you get out the soldering iron and...
The next thing I'm gonna ask is kind of getting into a realm that I avoid. But how strong are your electronics and electrical skills?
Basic.
You're basically the same place I am.
Maybe a little bit behind you. I don't know. It depends.
It's
I mean, I
more
know
of a
how
mechanical aptitude type skill set.
I'm not very good with mechanical problems, but it's more, you know, connecting the wire to the lead. If it's that kind of a problem, I can probably fix it. If it's connect that wire to a place on the fucking circuit board where you're not going to like short the wire to another circuit, then I'm going to be in some difficulty.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Well, I know what that'll do. That'll fuck things up good.
Since you know it's not the physical plug-in, is take it to a computer repair type place.
Well, there is that. Yeah, I could do that too. And
somebody who knows how to deal with the electronics.
They also have
boards and everything.
They also have the tools to do it, but right now I'm going to have to drop back out of this game and reset the video, so I'll do that and hopefully I'll log back in. If not, you know, I couldn't get it working again.
You know how to find me, so.
Okay, we'll see you soon.